All right, if you can't tell, it's pretty freaking windy right now. Back out here on the field. It is now Monday. Back out here on the field. It is now Monday. Just 4 days before I leave for Salt Lake City. Feeling good about this. Feeling good about where I'm at. Happy to be out here throwing. Happy to be pain-free. Getting taped up. Gonna hit some lightweight throws again. I know, lightweight throws, but it's all just kind of part of the quest of making sure I'm taking care of this flank, this injury, without going too hard at it. I feel like my lightweight, heavyweight carry over well enough with each other. I don't have any fears of getting out there and getting tossed around by the heavyweight. I will probably try to take some reps with it tomorrow, but just very few of them. But today I do want to mess around with the slight tweak I made in my technique with the lightweight. Build some speed off of that, get some momentum coming into the week. And I feel like volume with the lightweight would be a little bit better than practicing with the heavyweight at this point. And then I'm going to try to get out and do some heavy hammer throws as well. First hammer throws really since the injury. I did a little bit at the clinic, but this is my first real throwing session with the hammers since the injury. So see how that feels. We'll see how it's all holding together. Best of luck to me, I suppose. So yeah, like I said, doing a few things to work on the slight adjustment to technique, to setup predominantly. That little bit of offset here. Now, right now, you're going to see me. I'm going to go into just some single turns, some sprint face single turns, with the main focus being to get the right foot turn. I don't do an exceptional job at that. It's something I struggle with. I'd say with lightweight, I'm about 50-50 or worse, maybe like 40-60, getting my right foot turned. It feels good when I do get it turned. I just have to find a way to kind of get on balance there, or change how much linear drive I'm having so I can come down more on that foot. Preloading in dorsiflexion or something. I don't know. But this is a full rep or full 2-turn throw. Something that you may notice is landing pretty closed off on the cast, which is kind of the intention. I want to be able to land closed off a little bit there, and then just gain a ton of speed going into that second wind. And some things that I'm gonna have to change with that is maybe loading up the legs a little bit better. And again, I have to get that right foot turned, or I'm gonna block myself off, or I'm gonna slow down at a critical point in the throw. So still work in progress, as they always are. It's got some building blocks for doing better, and I will get better. But just those are the things I'm thinking about now with that. But then into hammer throws. First hammer throws since the injury. And very basic hammer practice. Start with just some winds to warm up, and then into some single wind, basically work the release, and then a handful of full throws. Volume, easy. Wanted to test out the ab, of course, the oblique, to make sure it wasn't going to give me fits and not hurt. And it didn't hurt while I was doing this, but as you fellow meathead, knucklehead, knuckle draggers, whatever you want, might be able to attest to, when the body's warm, sometimes you just don't feel like you're hurting yourself, and then it catches up with you later. So I didn't want to overdo it, didn't want to push it, and then spoiler alert, I felt fine the day after. I felt great. So yeah, like I said, nothing to write home about. Distances weren't great, as I'll cover in the recap at the end of this. I do feel like I was real flat on my orbits. I wasn't able to get the lift. I don't know if it was just because I was trying to be a little bit cautious with this, but I didn't feel like my technique was my normal technique, if that makes any sense. But it wasn't entirely the point. The point was getting some actual hammer throws in. So that's what I did. I think it'll hold together. I don't know that I'm gonna, coming up this weekend in Salt Lake City, I don't know I'm gonna blow anybody away with my hammers, but I don't think they're gonna hurt like they did. I'll just make sure I mobilize really good beforehand and after, and the day before and the day after. Make sure I just get those tissues mobilized, and then we'll, hope for the best. Who knows? Maybe I'll surprise myself. But all right. Enjoy watching me launch this thing right into the tree. Tree didn't do nothing. Tree was just out there being a tree, and I threw a 22-pound hammer at it. I'm a dick. All right. Fairly mediocre practice session, both with the weights and the hammer, but the important thing was getting reps with the hammer today. It's windy outside, first of all, and I fucking hate the wind. I don't know how many times I gotta say that on this channel. I don't like the wind. I feel like I just can't get my balance when it's windy outside like it is. I don't know. Anybody else ever have that problem? The wind blowing in your ears and you just feel like your equilibrium's all jacked up? Oh well, that's how I feel. Poor excuse, I know, but was able to get the reps in. Did some single winds. Well, of course, just did some just some winds, and then did some one wind, and then some full throws. I did 3 full throws, or maybe it was 4. I don't know. Some things I know I need to work on is just kind of slowing down on that first wind and letting myself get long. I think I preempt the push a little bit too much instead of just getting the orbit set and then allowing gravity to kind of pull the ball back down, and then really kind of using that second wind to build speed and the third wind to just like hit max speed with it. But yeah, something that I know I need to work on. The one winds felt good though. The release was feeling all right. Probably, if anything, maybe not getting quite as much lift on the hammer as I should be, but easy to tweak that. But like I said, mediocre as far as results. Didn't measure anything. My calibrated eye tells me my best throws were somewhere in the range of 95 feet. Two throws at about 95 feet. So nothing to write home about. Mom wouldn't be too proud of those throws. Who am I kidding? Mom's proud of everything. So, yeah, it's all right. Weights though. Weights were, you see them. A little bit off balance on my finish. Again, could be the wind, could be just fatigue. I don't know. But nothing hurt. So victory, right? Victory is pain-free. Oh, no, that's not it. No pain, no gain. I don't know. My abs don't hurt, and that's good. All right, bye.